This morning, we opened the lid of the cardboard box with hesitation and a quiet sense of dread still lingering in us from yesterday's loss. So it was a great relief to find the remaining 5 chicks all sound and well. They moved into their morning routine, as they always do now, stretching, fluttering a little, extending their wings, pecking around, and beginning their search for food as soon as the day opened before them. We usually give them water first, so they can drink a little after waking. Then comes the morning feed, and then the grit set to one side to help them with digestion. For a few minutes, all 5 ate with intense concentration. It was a beautiful sight to see. Perhaps because of what had happened the day before, that ordinary moment felt especially precious. 5 small creatures eating shoulder to shoulder, alive, intent, and full of quiet purpose. After a while, some drifted away to peck through the bedding, while others began trying for the rim again. That was when I put the perches back in. I started with the first stick, guiding it through one ventilation hole on the side of the box. Before I had even secured it, a couple of them could not wait. The moment the perch came into view, they jumped onto it at once. Once perched, they gripped it so firmly with their tiny feet that even while I kept pushing the stick forward toward the hole on the opposite side, and even though it shook a little as I worked, they held their place without losing balance. It was both funny and impressive to watch. Their instincts seemed to be arriving almost faster than we can prepare for them. Later, we moved them back into the smaller box we had used earlier as a brooder, so that we could clean the larger one thoroughly and leave it in the sun for a while. Seeing them in that earlier box made something suddenly clear. They have really grown. What once looked spacious now looked tight. Even with only 5 chicks left, the box already seemed crowded. In the beginning, it had felt generous for 6 tiny bodies. Now it looked more like a place they had already outgrown. The difference was especially obvious in the white leghorns and the Rhode Island reds, who seemed to have grown quickly, both in size and in confidence. I also noticed more clearly that new feathers were coming in along their wings and backs. This stage of growth gives them a slightly untidy look. Their bodies are taking shape under a mix of emerging feathers and the softer baby down that still clings here and there. They look less polished now than before, but in a way that makes their growing more visible. It is a messy kind of becoming, awkward and beautiful at once. That too feels true of growth in general. Today marks their 14th day at our home. Since we were told they were already 3 to 4 days old when we brought them back, that would make them about 17 to 18 days old now. Not even 3 weeks in this world, and already they have grown so much, changed so much, and taught us so much. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful or inspiring, please give it a like, share, subscribe, and tell me what you're growing in the comments. See you next time in the garden.